What is going on, everybody? Welcome to TrendSpider Live for anyone that is out there. Today is Friday morning, and it has been quite the day already on the stock market, or really in the metals market. As we can see here, I have my chart of gold up, or the GLD ETF, and this thing is absolutely tanking today. And we got SLV tanking as well right here. And so we're going to talk about it, take a look at the price action intraday. Let's go ahead and take off this indicator and just see the straight up price action for the day. Put on the pre-market moves as well. As you can see, the drop occurred. Let's turn on silver futures real quick on the daily. Yeah, if you look at the silver's futures chart, you can see that it's really just done nothing but drop ever since market's open. It's down 21% from the open of the silver futures candle till right now, which is kind of insane, right? Go back to SLV over here. So I just wanted to talk to you guys and show you guys what you could be doing, how you could be managing this position if you are in silver. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys in silver. Maybe there's some of you that are shorting silver that are having a great day. But first, I actually want to also take a look at SoFi as well. You see right here, SoFi did report earnings this morning. I'll throw on my reports tab right over here on the left side of my screen. And wow, you can see they did just report their first, I believe, 1 billion revenue quarter. And it looks like the EPS came in really good as well. So what we're going to do is you're going to use Sidekick AI to go ahead and analyze SoFi's earnings for us. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this prompt in. It's just going to have it analyze the SoFi earnings announcement today. I give it the date, give us, what they reported versus what was estimated, and a whole lot of other info. And it's also going to tell us whether we should buy, hold, or sell on SoFi based on all the data that it's seen from this earnings report. If you look at the daily chart, SoFi is breaking into this previous consolidation range over here. So that's going to be a level, or key level to watch right here is this previous, consolidation range. I would say it's breaking under this recent support around like 24 that it was holding up for a while. It's been really chopping sideways for a pretty long time, and now we're coming back to this range right here. So honestly, it's not looking super great in my opinion. I think maybe next week we could get a bounce. Maybe it's just taking out some stops under this level, but I think there is a good chance that we start trading around the 20 to 22 range again. Let's take a look at SoFi right here and what Sidekick has to say. So, I mean, the earnings themselves did look pretty good. 13-cent EPS versus the 12-cent estimated. And then revenue, 1.01 billion versus the 983 million estimated. So that's about an 8% beat on EPS and a 3% beat on revenue. Let's see here. So forward guidance versus estimates. Let's take a look at the forward guidance. This is nice. So we have the full year of 2026 or fiscal year 2026 guidance right here. For EPS came in at 60 cents versus what was estimated at 59. And then revenue 4.65 versus 4.54. So great forward guidance for fiscal year 2026. And then quarter one was, in line or just barely ahead. So basically in line for quarter one. Could have been better, but overall, I think that's pretty good. But yeah, Psychic gives it a hold. Let's see why, because that was pretty strong. It said SoFi delivered a solid beat with strong momentum across member growth, fee income diversification, and crypto innovation. 30% revenue growth guide and 38 to 42% EPS CAGR through 2028 are impressive. It says, however, this is the reason. Valuation is full after the recent run to marketing spend plus unproven crypto monetization warrant caution. Okay. saying, yeah, risk to reward is balance. Wait for a pullback or further proof of crypto, being able to actually make the money before adding aggressively. I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And, based on the chart, I'd say that's also something that I would do as well. I was just saying, yeah, it's going to be tough for them to really, I think, catch a bid at this point. I mean, they easily could, bounce off this level here, or, next week, maybe the entire market turns bullish again. But yeah, it's not really something I would personally be rushing to buy on a Friday, especially today. Let's take a look at the overall market. Let's take a look at the SPY. By the way, if you guys are out there in the chat, let me know what you guys are watching. Hopefully it's not too bad of a day for you guys. We will cover, the memory stocks too. SanDisk, if you guys were on my live yesterday, that was a pretty good run. And it's still moving up, but look at SPY today on the daily. Looks like it tried to move up. You can see the day started right here. And it's really just been chop fest for SPY, not gonna lie. Let's turn on the pre-market data. Let's actually go to ES, get the full picture here. Yeah, I mean, you can see where the market opened, and it's really just been a chop fest. Yeah, not much going here on the SPY, you guys. Let's check out QQQ. Same exact looking chart. IWM, how are small caps doing? Small caps doing worse, if anything. Maybe DIA. DIA is not doing good either. Let's pull up my stock market map here. I'm going to add a custom bubble chart. And I'm going to put in the sector ETFs list that I use. Let's see what is moving the markets today, or what's doing good today. Let me customize this. I'm going to change this to change percent since close. So what I'm doing right now, guys, I'm finding out where the money is moving for the week and for the day. This is interesting. Change percent since close and week to date change percent. So basically horizontal here. Everything towards the right is going to be the change percent since close. Not sure why it's scaled like this. Oh, it's because gold is dragging everything down. Oh, look at this. Yeah, the reason why this chart looks so weird for a second is because gold and silver are literally just dragging everything down. I mean, silver is literally down 19% today, you guys. Absolutely insane. Yeah, we're going to take a look at silver's chart in just a second, along with gold. But what else is moving today? What is up today? That's what I want to find out. Consumer staples, XLP, healthcare is up a bit, and energy is up a bit, but mostly everything else, you guys, is down. Semiconductors are down. And then top to bottom, we'll see what's up for the week. So gold is not the worst for the week, only down to like 1.87%. And semiconductors are leading the week. So you cannot hold down the semiconductor rally, you guys. It is the week leader still. And by the way, guys, if you guys are interested in the platform that you're looking at that we're using to do all of this analysis, you can get a 7-day trial of the platform today. We just started a flash sale for just this weekend. So absolutely take advantage of that, you guys. I will drop the link down in the chats below. There's the link down in the chat below. Let's go ahead and take a look at the silver chart, you guys. So someone asked, My Real Life Show USA. I'm curious, do you have a position in silver? What are you seeing when you look at this silver chart? I am just curious. Are you shorting silver? Are you long silver? Because just picking on you because you are the one that asked. I know what I'm seeing. And we're going to use some of Shonday's indicators actually here to go ahead and analyze what is going on. The first one I want to throw up here is one of Shonday's indicators called the para band indicator. So from a pure trend following perspective, I'm looking here at the daily. Let's take a look at the weekly real quick too. Yeah, weekly, pretty similar. But yeah, from a pure trend following perspective, you guys, at least according to Tushar Shandy, The entry point would have been somewhere, back around here in August or in November of 2025, or even sooner back in June. As you can see, the indicator here, I have my light green shaded background. Awesome. Okay, you're long silver and buying the dip. Cool. Cool. So yeah, from a trend following perspective, what I was saying, you would remain long in silver until it hits your stop. And the stop by default here on the pair band indicator is right now at 74. Obviously, you can change the speed. You can right click. And if you want to be a little bit more conservative, you can up the speed a little bit. And if you just up it by 1, you go to 2, you probably would be getting stopped out today. So it just depends on your risk tolerance overall, whether you should be, selling silver today, getting out, or buying the dip. Personally, I got stopped out today. I use like a trailing percent, or a trailing stop loss right here. If I take off my pair band indicator, doesn't really matter. You start to say you got in like right here, and you throw in a 20% trailing stop, you would have got stopped out today. So there's a lot of different ways to trail it, you guys. You can use something like 2 Shar's indicator. You can just use a basic SMA. Let's put up some SMAs and some EMAs. So I already have, let's just put up a 20 and see where that is. So look at this. We're at the 20-day SMA right now. So that's an interesting spot to buy the dip. If you use this as your trail, yeah, I wouldn't mind putting some extra exposure on here, quote unquote, like gambling that's going to bounce off of this and be able to potentially lower your average cost, potentially also increase it if you've been holding silver for long enough. Let's take a look at what the EMAs are saying. So, I mean, if you use the 8 EMA, which is really, really fast, you were stopped out, honestly, on the gap this morning, almost yesterday. But if you right click and go to like a 21-day EMA, it's actually lining up pretty close to this 20-week EMA. So I think a lot of people are probably in the same kind of spot right here. They're right at the brink of their potential stop loss, depending on what you use, and they're deciding whether to buy the dip or to sell out. It's a really tough situation, not going to lie. Again, I personally got out today, but I can totally see why you would want to buy the dip in this. I mean, the strength is still, and here's another thing that you could look at too, is the chats indicator, absolute strength indicator. It's still just right above 70. Obviously, it ticked down quite a bit today, but it is still showing some, absolute strength. It's right at about 71 right now. The green starts at 70. Of course, you want it to be, above 90. That's where it was, all throughout this uptrend, some dips here and there. And this is one of the biggest dips in chats that we've seen in a while, really, since like all the way back here when it was still forming this, this handle over there. But let's see. I also want to see the 21-week EMA. Wow. The 21-week EMA, which is one that I like to use personally kind of a lot, is, really, really low there. And, it's been just so overextended. I don't even think that's a viable stop loss in this case. So, yeah, if you guys are out there in the chat, you're just joining in, tell me what your guys' positions are in silver. Let me know what you guys think, because, again, we're sitting right at these key EMAs. It's really a make or break time right here, in my opinion, depending on what you guys are doing. Let's take a look at some of these other trend following indicators here on the platform, like the, let's take a look at maybe FAMA. Here's a Tushar Shandi's FAMA indicator. And again, it's sitting right there at the brink. So from a trend following perspective, guys, it's really, you're really right there. I actually want to see the turtle trading strategy, how this has done. We can actually backtest silver on the turtle trading strategy. If you guys haven't seen it, you have an entire YouTube video on the turtle trading strategy, and we have a turtle trading strategy custom indicator and strategy. I'll drop the link down in the chat below so you guys can check it out. But let's see what this, legendary classic strategy has to say about silver. So this is the strategy here. I'm going to backtest it over the last 10,000 candles here on the daily chart. Take this off. Take off the FAMA indicator. And look at this, you guys. This is actually pretty interesting. Which line is this? This is a 10-day low. So, man, the 10-day low, which is another thing that you can use as a trend following exit, is still down there at around 78. So I think we're pretty safe to stay in these longs. I mean, safe is debatable, honestly. As you can see, the turtle trading strategy has done okay on silver. Silver itself has been pretty choppy over recent times, but just of course since the rally, it's been really nice. But unfortunately, completely outperformed by the actual just buy and hold. But let's see how the turtle strategy holds up and what has been doing all of this time. So lots of entries and exits, lots of getting chopped in and out. Let's see how it handled the rally. So it first got in here in August of 2025, and then it got you stopped out in October of 2025, which is a pretty good 20% gain, as you can see right there. I'm using the TrendSpider strategy tester to do this automatically for me, by the way, you guys. And you can use the link down in the chat to go ahead and import this indicator and strategy and everything about it. But it still has you in from 52, you guys. And the highest stop loss would be this 79 level. So that's interesting. If you wanted to, this is a system 2. Well, this is okay. So actually, this entry right here is a system 2. It was a 20-day high. So actually, you would be using this 20-day low. Sorry, 55-day high, and then so this purple line would technically be your stop. You could use either, but either way, the turtle strategy got you in around 52, you guys. And then now the only thing that matters is when you sell, right? I mean, it's anybody can hop into an uptrend. It's not rocket science. You find a stock making new highs or breaking a pivot level and you buy it. You can also have other filters like the chats indicator or relative performance to base, whether you should get in or not. And you can combine the turtle indicator with the chats strength. As you can see right here, when the turtles got in, chats was at 99, which is ideal, definitely ideal. So it was a good entry, had a good momentum filter backing it up. And then now, again, all that matters is when you sell. There's different ways to think about selling. You can obviously sell into strength, which you could have done multiple times, obviously, or you can wait for your trail to hit, which again, I've shown you guys tons of different ways to trails. You can use EMAs, SMAs, 10-day low, 20-day low, tons of different indicators. But if you guys look at the silver chart today, let's take a look at the intraday chart, because it seems like it's just still absolutely tanking, you guys. And kind of insane drop. So that's, the move on silver. Let's take a look at gold now. We've been looking a lot at silver. Let's take a look at gold. See how the turtles are holding up on GLD. Let's first take a look at the actual back test. Wow, it has a 51% win rate. Does not outperform buy and hold, but damn, that is a pretty solid strategy on gold. Not going to lie, you guys. This is the turtle trading strategy. 51% win rate. Reward to risk of 2.58, which is pretty good. And you can completely automate this strategy, by the way, you guys, by just clicking deploy a bot right here. And then you can actually send it to a webhook, which means you can send the buy and sell alerts to your Discord or directly to your broker with Signal Stack, which you can see right there. So that's a way you can completely automate a strategy that really has done. This is since 2006, you guys. Only up 383% versus the 1,000% return you would have got from just holding gold. But look at, this is why trend following is actually, worth anything, is because the max drawdowns are generally a lot lower. And you can actually analyze that in here, the drawdowns themselves. You can do the drawdown asset and the drawdown of the strategy. So in like 2015, you're down like 44% if you're just holding gold, but if you're doing a trend following strategy, you're down like 14%. So yeah, maybe you did underperform buy and hold, but if it was part of a broader strategy, and you had other positions on that potentially could have done really well. Also, your drawdowns are much, much lower, which as a trader is one of the most important things to actually focus on to, so you can keep having capital to redeploy into other trades. Buy and hold is a completely different story, of course. But let's take a look at the chart now of, the trade entries and exits. And so it got you into gold here again in August of 2025. And then it got you out kind of the same trade in October. Gold and silver have been following each other pretty closely. A little bit more choppy as of late, though. It got you in, looks like on December 8th, 2025, right here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to hide this so it's easier to see the entries and exits on the price action. And then, yeah, it got you stopped out, just like 20 days later for a 4% gain. And then when it made this new high right here again, it got you in the next day on January 13th, and you're still holding. So the turtles are still in the gold and silver trades. So, if you're following the trend, technically you can stay in here, you guys. You can stay in. You can use your trailing stops, use your EMAs, but just be aware where your stops are, what your risk is, what your position sizing is. Oh, looks like actually it did hit the ATR stop today. So gold is actually getting stopped out before silver. It hit the ATR stop today. So that means tomorrow or Monday at open, turtles will be getting stopped out. Go back to SLV. Was that the same thing here? Yeah, no, the ATR, since the entry was so much further back on SLV, the ATR stop, is way back here. So you still got a lot of time to be holding SLV. Let's see which one's chat's level is currently higher. Which one's internal momentum is better. So it looks like silver just dropped to 65. 65 chats index. That is absolutely losing its momentum, you guys. 65. And then over here on gold, GLD. Let me close the strategy tester for now. Gold is showing more strength, or still has more strength, I should say, than silver because its chats rating is sitting there at 83. So that is that, you guys. Let me know in the chat below what you guys are doing personally. I think everyone is wondering right now whether they should hold gold or silver, buy the dip, short it. I wouldn't be shorting personally. This is way too crazy of a thing for me to want to short. But I do see why maybe you would want to maybe sell some call credit spreads or something like that. Take advantage of the volatility. But if you guys are out there, hit the like button and say something in the chat. We're just chilling here on a Friday, taking a look at the markets. We looked at SoFi earnings. They did really well. But again, SoFi is down on the day. We'll take a look at the intraday chart. Monte Carlo, you sold. Fair enough. I am with you. Just following my strategy. Got in, just basically break even or just a little bit of profit on silver today. You're in what? Silver SLV at 59. Yeah, that's a pretty good entry. So yeah, pretty good gains for you. What, $20, $30 a share. Randy says he is holding. It will come back. Fair enough. Hopefully it does. Well, I'm out now. But what we can also do, you guys, is take a look at some of these other mining stocks. Let's see. Sold on 105. Feel amazing. There you go. Love that. Sold at 105. I was thinking of trimming too. It's just, yeah, the difference between, using a trailing stop versus selling into strength is very, very interesting to me. On one end, if you sell into strength, you could have sold here, you could have sold here, you could have sold here and watched it moon. Or you can sell when it starts to break trend. And then, you just have to watch a lot of the gains evaporate. So, I mean, either way, you guys, you're gonna get some FOMO. So sell into strength equals watch more gains come in without you. So I'm gonna try to compare the difference here. I'm gonna say watch it move up. So let's just compare the difference between selling into strength and using a trailing stop. So selling into strength, you're gonna watch it move up without you. Let's just say you sold there, you sold the strength there, and then you're like, shit, like it just went up another 63% without me. On the flip side, you can trailing stop it, and then you're gonna watch your gains evaporate. And then I'll throw up, I don't know, let's just say you got in here. So if you sell into strength, you're going to watch it move up probably. And then if you trailing stop it, you're going to watch all of these gains evaporate. You know, you just gave up another 20% of gains that you could have made. So which one do you guys think is better? I guess it just depends on what kind of person you are. Do you want to sell into strength and most likely watch the market move up without you and just be like, fine, I made my money, I'm out? Or do you want to hold and trail it and just know for a fact that at some points a day like this is going to happen, you're going to give up a solid chunk of your gains? Let me know in the chat below which one you guys think is better. I'll maybe even start like a Q&A. Yeah, no. But just let me know down in the chat which one do you guys think is better. If you guys give a damn at all. But yeah, someone said sold at 105. It's refusing to go below 82. A lot of support there. Yeah, I mean, actually just broke below 82 right now. Guys, it is still dropping. Let's go to the 1 minute of SLV. It has not stopped all day. From the market open, silver is down about 8.5%. And that's not even including this gap down of 15%. How much are we down on the day? Guess since yesterday's close till now, 22% on the day, you guys. Absolutely insane. Let's check out the news feed here. I don't know why there's tons of news about the new Federal Reserve chair. Kevin Warsh as the next Federal Reserve chair. Yeah, 20% down. So yeah, if you guys are using a trailing stop, most likely it just yeah, it did just go back above 82 right there. You can take like the 1 minute chart together. Are you guys day trading this at all? Let's take a look at gold also. I can't believe GLD is at $450. What was it before the breakout? It was like down here, like 300, 309. That's fair. But wow. But it is sitting around this 82 level. Let's see if there's any key levels that we can watch from the past. I mean, this thing has just been so insanely parabolic that it's really hard to pick any of these as an actual pivot level to watch. You know, maybe this wick right here. I'd say if I had to pick a level around here, it would be somewhere in here, which obviously is a pretty big range. But then we also have the level down here and this gap. We also have this gap right here. That's what everybody wants to know, Rich Mason. Do we think it's going to go back up next week? Again, let me stick on a couple of basic EMAs. Oh, we did just kind of break through that 21-week EMA. SMA 20, just there right below it. Yeah, you guys, it's sitting right at support on the 21-week EMA, if you want to call that support. I mean, we can sit here and throw up every single EMA and call it support. You know, there's a 50-week all the way down there. What else do you guys even use? I don't know, 30-week EMA. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a set of rules that you follow, and then you use the same one over and over again. You don't want to just, use a 21-week EMA. You don't want to use the 8-week EMA and just keep swapping back and forth. So the one thing that you need to avoid is just switching it up. But I do think there's a good chance that that the rally might not be over. Mostly because I got stopped out today. You guys got that going for you. I got stopped out of silver, so it's probably going to go back up. Dandy Randy, your rule is do not sell. That is interesting. So are you just a long-term investor? That's fair. But I'm just curious. So you don't have sell rules, then what are your buy rules? That's something we should do. What are your guys' rules when it comes to trading? Specifically, probably in silver and gold. Because right now is really important that you guys stick to whatever the hell type of rules that you made and that you said you're going to follow. And if your rules don't sell, fine. That's great. At least you have something. You're all in silver. Wow. Congratulations. As long as you're following what you said you're going to do, that is all that matters at the end of the day, and that you have tested it and it does make sense, at least to you. But personally, the only thing that I really don't ever sell is like just ETFs. Like anything else, I guess metals you could throw in that category. I'm not really a metals investor like that, but I mean, I guess you could throw it into the category of never sell. Somebody asked, why is Apple's price action so disappointing? Let's take a look. Because Apple is the most boring company in the Mag 7. That's why. Just kidding. Well, not really. But yeah, Apple is under a ton of resistance, as you guys can see here. They had this key pivot level that they broke above over here, and then they reacted to it several times. And we have these two EMAs that everybody is watching that line up right here. So it's just, if you see these resistance levels, it's actually pretty obvious as to why it can't get above, at least for now, is just because there's so much resistance right there. But, on the flip side, there's also Meta that saw this triple top resistance and gapped right above it. That's Meta. They actually have their own AI, Just kidding. What else was there? It was Microsoft. Microsoft got clapped. Absolutely tanked here on Microsoft. Now, Apple is actually holding up pretty well compared to something like Microsoft. How is Google hanging up these days? Google's earnings are going to be next week? So we'll be live for those February 4th post-market. Make sure you're here. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe so you can be around for Google earnings. It's going to be a pretty good one. And it's holding up way better than most of the Mag 7, as you guys can see right there. What else do we got in the market today? And what else are you guys watching? Jack, I am doing pretty good. How are you doing today? It is Friday. Got my espresso here. I can't complain. I'm holding SNDK, which is the only thing making my portfolio not implode today. Just kidding. Let's see. Somebody bought 42K call option yesterday. What did you buy a $42,000 call option yesterday on at 99 $1,400 strike? Oh, you're talking about Apple? I have no idea. Rich, what are you talking about? I'm curious. Oh, silver? Oh, obviously, duh. Oh, fuck. You bought calls yesterday? Oh, damn, man. I'm sorry about that. What is going on, Reach? Ash says, I'm a know-nothing aspirant who wants to learn trading, going through videos, and luckily came across you being live. Well, welcome to the live. We are currently looking at silver right now, SLV and GLD. I'm sure you've probably stumbled upon it because of that. I'm curious, Reach, what do you know about trading so far? Have you actually traded anything yourself, or are you just watching videos? I was up big ones at 105. Should have sold, but I was working away from my computer. I mean, yeah. In hindsight, you should have sold at 109.83. Levy, that is the question of the day. Honestly, we got a few hours until the market closes. So honestly, I feel like it's kind of a fun gamble to buy some gold and silver, or gold or silver, and just hold it and see if there's a nice snapback rally by the end of the day. And if there is not, just sell out. And if there is, set a stop in your profit or break even. Honestly, if I was to want, because I got stopped out of silver like above here somewhere today. If I was to want to trade silver again, I'm just looking here at these EMAs, and it's just right below it. It's probably taking out a lot of people right now. If I were to want to get back in, I don't know. I kind of want to. It's not really my rule, so I don't think I will. I'm not going to break my rules. Maybe a fun gamble on the Robinhood account, but maybe I would just throw some money into silver and see what happens by the end of the day. If it makes a mean reversion by the end of the day and goes up, I would set a stop at like my break even and hold it into next week. And if it doesn't, if it just keeps bleeding, I would probably just sell, is how I would personally probably play it. All right, let's see. Got some people out there. Catherine Nguyen dropped 18K. I go all in and been selling calls for a living. When is the bottom? Man, I want to get back in. Are you talking about silver, Catherine? Yeah, Dandy Randy. Absolutely. It could take more than a day. Absolutely. It's probably a terrible idea on my end, but honestly, like, I'm out. The thing with me is I'm out. So like if I were to want to, buy the dip, that's probably how I'd play it, because it's just, yeah, I don't really buy falling knives like that and hold them. That is not the way that I personally trade. How much are we down from the top, you guys? We're down now, 24%. I mean, you could argue, yeah, it's down 24%, but they could still drop another 50%, 24% from here. With a crazy move like this, I'm just happy to get out with not losing. You know how many people probably lost a ton of money today? Is it not a falling knife, just a shakeout? I mean, shit, man. 24% drop in one day on silver is fucking insane, dude. I'm not going to lie. Like, when have you ever seen a 24% drop in the silver price ever? Maybe it's not a falling knife just because of the recent volatility, but holy crap, that is a drop. Like, this entire week was 21% back in 2011. Dandy Randy, that is very, very bull market-ish activity. Dandy Randy, I'm curious, how long have you been investing for? hate to be this guy, but I'm going to bring up Cisco again. Because absolutely what you're saying, can be true. But I just want to bring up a chart of Cisco because this is just one that everybody likes to refer to. A few months. Okay. Dandy Randy, I'm going to give you, don't listen to me. Don't take financial advice from me. Or you can if you want, but, well, it's not. But you only lose when you sell is, in my opinion, not good advice. Unless you're an investor and you're just holding like the SPY or something, sure. But you can absolutely lose by not selling. And Cisco is a perfect example of that. If I was you, Dandy Randy, look into Weinstein stage analysis. There is 4 different stages in Weinstein stage analysis. And in my opinion, learning about those really changed my mindset up about everything. Let me see if I can actually put it on my chart right now. We have a Weinstein stage analysis indicator. This is actually beautiful, beautiful. So these dark green candles are stage 2. Stage 1 is the light green, which is just the pre-stage 2. But the most important stages here are really 2, 3, and 4. No, yeah, I totally get it. I'm not talking about fundamentals at all. Fundamentals, I get there's tons of value in silver. I agree, 100%. I'm talking strictly about price action right now and managing your risk as an investor in the stock market. So this is the Weinstein stage analysis indicator. These dark green candles are stage 2. This is the part where if you're following the trend that you want to be participating and holding and not selling. These yellow candles are stage 3. And so what do these mean? Stage 2 means that it's called like a stage 2 rally. That is what we just witnessed in gold, silver, and all that stuff, right? Stage 2 is when everything is absolutely just ripping your face off to the upside. That is when you want to buy and not sell. And then stage 3 is when that stops happening and we consolidate, exactly what Cisco did in 2000 before the stock market crashed. And then stage 4 is when you absolutely want to get the hell out of your trade. Stage 4 may or may not be starting on silver. I don't think it's starting stage 4 yet. If anything, we're probably at the beginning of, we're probably like right here on silver, most likely. We're starting to, not go parabolically up anymore and starting to come down. And we're probably going to consolidate, in my opinion, for a little bit after this drop, unless we get a sharp bounce. Maybe we get a really crazy bounce, but we might start stage 3, which is the consolidation point. So it goes from stage 2, parabolic rally, to it comes down and consolidates. And then after consolidation, if it breaks below key supports like the 30-week SMA right here, you start stage 4. And believe me, guys, you do not want to be holding anything in stage 4 because it's going to rip your portfolio to pieces, as it did to anybody just holding Cisco and never selling. So let's take a look at this indicator on silver now. So as you can see, it's still in stage 2. It is definitely a different vibe than, obviously Cisco. And I'm not saying, silver is dead by any means yet. But at the same time, it is very risky just to say that you are never going to sell ever. I'm not saying, now is when you should sell. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you should, in my opinion, have eventually a risk management plan in play. No, I'd kind of agree with common sense. The chart of this is kind of nuts. Maybe it doesn't matter. Felix, who told you cash is king? Cash has been the worst thing to hold in the past 20 years. What are you guys saying? War? Yeah, common sense, absolutely. And there's two different things, you guys, when it comes to trading the stocks. There's the fundamental value of something, and then there is the price action of something. That's technical analysis versus fundamental analysis. A good combination of both is what you need to survive. And you're absolutely right. The reason why it's flying so much is because of the dollar risk. Everybody's scared of the dollar. There's so much, debt. Of course, yeah, wars, the economy, tariffs, tons of reasons why these reasons are not new. The gold bugs and the silver, the metals guys, even the crypto guys have been saying this stuff for years now. And it's just starting to finally materialize in the silvers market, the silver and gold and metals. Let's take a look at crypto, by the way. Crypto is actually holding up decent today. Still not very good, but I'm curious. What do you guys think about Bitcoin? Everyone's talking about gold and silver, but no one's talking. Well, some people are talking about crypto, but not nearly as many people are talking about crypto. What do you guys think about Bitcoin here? Because everyone was calling it, digital gold until gold started absolutely ripping faces off. Somebody asked, February silver. We can look at seasonality here on TrendSpider too, you guys. We can go back on silver all the way back to 2006, and this is the seasonality for silver. So historically, January, July, and October are the best months for silver. And then February is only green 53% of the time. April's pretty bad. April, June, and November. This is just historical, moves here on the silver chart. And if you guys are around here and watching, having a good time with this analysis, make sure to use the link down below to sign up to get free trade ideas sent to your inbox every single Sunday. I'll drop a link in the chat. We're going to be working on it today. We send out a weekly free newsletter to you guys every single Sunday with market analysis of everything that is going on in the markets for every single week. And you can get it sent to you absolutely for free using the link down below. So there's a lot of people saying Bitcoin is dead. Gold and silver worldwide need. Bitcoin ew, says Catherine Nguyen. Catherine, you're saying, sorry, I'm just catching up. I will get in after everyone's stop loss at 79. There you go. Hey, I kind of like that. I was at the low of this wick right here. Yeah, not the worst. He's got to be careful of this this gap right below around like 76. All the Bitcoin companies from Scam Florida. Yeah, let's take a look. What else? I had some other stuff that I wanted to talk about today. Let's just bring you Sidekick AI. If you guys don't know, we're on TrendSpider platform right now. And, oh, whoops. That was the wrong copy paste. I don't know. Google Docs has been messing up for me lately, you guys. Analyze the top market news today and tell me what is driving the markets. I'm going to ask Sidekick AI, what is going on in the markets news-wise? If you guys didn't know, Sidekick is an AI trading agent that we have on the TrendSpider platform. And keep in mind, you guys can try this platform for just $7 today. I will drop the link down below for you guys to check it out. I'll drop the Sidekick product page right here. But Sidekick AI is actually insane, you guys. It's basically your AI trading assistant that's connected to all the markets data and even news. So we're going to analyze all the news driving the markets today. So here we go. So first of all, Fed chair nomination rattles markets. So Kevin Warsh nominated as the next Fed chair is the biggest story of the day. With silver taking a plunge, gold taking a plunge, and then NEM, I think, is connected to gold. That's a gold stock. Fed's Mirren commented live on CNBC that he's past peak inflation and tariffs aren't a major inflation driver. FOMC was just on Wednesday. I was live for that. And if you guys weren't here, Powell was saying that tariff inflation is going to, I think he said, end by mid-year. So I think a lot of the inflation narrative is going out the window, at least by the end of the year. The silver trend, I would say yes, is overall still up long term, but is on the brink of breaking. Let's see what else we got. What is this? Norway's $2.2 trillion sovereign fund ran stress tests showing a potential 53% drop in equities in an AI correction scenario, specifically calling out NVIDIA and Broadcom AVGO. Let's take a look at those. So here's NVIDIA. NVIDIA doesn't give a damn about whatever that was, and AVGO, not really either. Crypto tanking. So these are the winners. Saying Apple. I was looking at Apple, though. It didn't look that good at all. APD. Oh, look at this. Something green in the market. APD. Looks like APD beat earnings this morning and is having a power gap to the upside. That's always fun to see. Losers, we got Western Digital. Really? Whoa, I didn't even see WDC till now, you guys. What the heck? WDC killed it on earnings along with SanDisk, but SanDisk is doing a hell of a lot better than Western Digital. STX in the tank as well. MU Micron also down. Wow. So even memory plays, you guys. Unless you're in SanDisk, you're getting even the memory boys are down today. Brutal market. It's a stock pickers market. UNH down. Yeah, UNH is in the clapper, you guys. UNH has been in the clapper. That shit's dead money at this point. What else we got? KLAC. Was this yeah, KLAC, did they have earnings? Yeah, they did have earnings yesterday pre-market. So KLAC down. So bottom line from Sidekick here is that risk-off selling is accelerating, driven by the Warsh Fed nomination. Because he has a hawkish read. AI trade assessment, crypto weakness, gold 6% plunge. So I don't really follow these Fed guys. Let's ask Sidekick. What is up with the Warsh Fed nomination? Why would he cause a market crash? Because I'm curious on that. And we're just going to ask Sidekick. Yeah, Microsoft also down quite a bit because of earnings and their ties, I think, to OpenAI. Dandy Randy, another thing, nothing is guaranteed in these markets. Yeah, you're right though, and I think China has been buying up a ton of gold and silver too, which is good. So I guess he's a hawk. Warsh, who just got nominated by Trump, is a hawk on monetary policy. He has a history of supporting tight monetary policy. Markets are pricing in a tougher Fed stance, meaning potentially higher interest rates for longer. Hawkish means he's not going to be as easy to cut rates, which is interesting actually. He likes slower balance sheet reduction. Fed's Aaron says, I want to shrink the balance sheet by a lot more. Let's see. I guess Warsh has criticized Bitcoin's role as money. Apparently, he also called it new gold in the past, though. So Warsh seems to be bearish on crypto. So that's a big one. Fed's Bostic says he doesn't know Warsh well, but heard he is quite thoughtful, and every chair comes with a view, but rate decisions involve 12 people. One guy does not dictate policy. That is true. Yeah, so we'll see how that works out. No more Mr. Powell. What do you mean Fed chair is laughable? It's just a news headline. Don't position away from the Iran war crash. You know. I mean, they're going to nominate a new Fed chair regardless. I don't think it was really like a clickbait thing. Let's see here. Anything else in the news today? Yeah, let's take a look at these sector ETFs. Yeah, what is moving up today, you guys, is XLP. You can put in my watch list over here. Sector ETFs, make it a little bit easier. XLP, XLV is green slightly. Looks like XLV is kind of testing the support down right here. Consumer discretionary is up. And semiconductors are doing the worst along with the metals today. Got tech down quite a bit. Of course, the Fed chair is going to matter. He has a pretty, I mean, yeah, the Fed chair, like the other news article said, I mean, he's just like the talking head, basically, of the American economy. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's not like it's going to insanely affect the markets, but it absolutely does affect what is going on. Clearly, it has. I mean, if the Fed chair is like a Bitcoin bear, as it sounds like he mostly is, going to send crypto down, which it did. So it definitely will affect, at least to a certain extent. Let's see, bonds. Bonds are pretty flat on the day. Bonds have not really gone anywhere. Quantum will be the next big thing. Is quantum still a thing at all? Doesn't look like it. IONQ is down in the dumps. What else is there? RGTI is down in the dumps. I think one of the strongest charts today, you guys, Google. Let me pull up the mag. Do we have a mag 7? Here we go. Oh, Tesla's up today. Pretty good today too, you guys. Wasn't there there was Tesla news about Train Hire foreign report suggesting that SpaceX is considering a merger with Tesla or XAI. So SpaceX might merge with Tesla or XAI. Sent Tesla up today. Kind of interesting news there. Here's my top watch stocks. Oh, wow. Natural gas is back on the charge today. DEC is up. Wow, look at DEC. Power gap to the upside. PayPal continues to get destroyed. Holy moly. Send it to 0 already. Delist it. Put it on the OTCs. Let's see. VKTX, Upstart. Yeah. Not much green today, is there? Unless you're holding, I mean, if you guys aren't holding SanDisk or Tesla or natural gas, probably in the red today. I don't know why DIA is top watched, but if you guys didn't know, what I'm looking through right now is the StockTwits top watch stocks. So you can just go onto TrendSpider, add a watch list, and then type StockTwits, and then you can click on this top watched from the StockTwits list here. And this is basically what everybody is talking about right now. It's automatically updated for you guys. Monday, hopefully I catch another live. We'll see what the narrative is. Yeah. We'll see how everything opens up on Monday. Should be interesting. Hopefully, if you guys are holding silver, you get a nice bounce. Wow. Silver continues to drop, you guys. Silver continues to drop. Down nearly 26% now. Wow, App 11 down 12%. Filled a gap. Well, I already did fill that gap. But coming back to a pretty crucial level here on App 11. Who remembers trading software names? Yeah, software has been in the gutter lately, you guys. Whether it's App, whether it's I don't remember software. What else is there? Snow. Yep, Snow's getting destroyed. QS is an interesting one that is not looking good. Yeah, Catherine, 78 on SLV now is absolutely insane. Google, Amazon, and Meta have the only CIA clearance, common sense. Let's see. I haven't looked at Amazon stock in a while. Amazon, Meta obviously doing good, and Google looking good. Amazon is an interesting one. Really hasn't gone anywhere for quite a while at this point, almost like 2 years. But it's hanging in there pretty well. It's a solid investment, I would say. What is Unity Software? Wow. Uni was down 26% at one point today. What in the world is going on today? Yeah, now I was looking at not too long ago. Yeah, now terrible. Adobe. Not looking good. If you guys haven't already, by the way, make sure to subscribe and also like this video. It would help me out a lot. We're going to be live a ton next week as well. Oh my. I think we have Palantir earnings coming up, by the way, on Monday. So make sure you guys tune in on Monday at 3:45 p.m. Eastern right here on this channel. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it because Palantir reports earnings. Let me double check, make sure. Yep, the second post-market. Look at this guy, you guys. It's at a very, very crucial level here on Palantir. So that's going to be a big one to watch. This was the talk of the town before gold and silver. But yeah, earnings on Monday. Is it crashing or is this just correction? Might as well buy more shares. I'm assuming you guys are all talking about silver, right? Oh, it's actually starting to show a little bit of movement to the upside. Let's see if this thing gets clapped right back down like it has been. I want to put on this indicator, the auto fib bands real quick. So here's some auto fib bands levels on the 1 minute chart, the 265-minute look back. What is this? The 23.6. So if we get a 50% retracement, what is that? You could see back to 91, you guys. I'm tempted to just throw some minus silver right now. I'm not going to lie. Just to mess around. Yeah, SLV down at 78. I don't know. How long do we got? We got about 3 hours until the stock market closes. Let's just say, for example, you were to place a day trade on SLV, targeting, let's be kind of realistic here. God, that's a 12% move up. It's possible. Let's just target this, though. You know, you could set your stop there. Probably will end up getting stopped out, but, you know, if you want to mess around and find out. Yeah, this is absolutely brutal, isn't it, guys? I don't know. Who's getting into silver here? Anybody? Anybody actually buying silver at these levels? By the way, did Common Sense, did he just donate to the stream? I appreciate that. Barely even know you could do that. Totally forgot that was a thing, but I appreciate it. Look at this, you guys. Common Sense, $9.99. Shout out to Common Sense. Yeah, guys. So far, it looks like Clap City. But at least your R can be better if you just move this down. Yes, you can't really lose if you just use a position tool and you just keep moving it down with the price. But we're sitting below 80, you guys. Some decent volume came in on these 1 minute candles here. Not much on the selling. Got two small little 1 minute candle wicks. Let's take a look at the 5 minute. I don't know. It's a little like doji, some shit like that. I don't know. I kind of want to mess around, you guys, on the fun account. This is when I want like a futures prop account. Anyone out there on a futures prop account? Keep saying every day that I'm going to try them out, but I never do. I am opening Robinhood. All right, you guys. So we got a interesting level here. $3 a share. It's not much risk on the table. Put a small little bit into silver and probably lose, you know, a few bucks. Someone said all my stocks are down. It's not just SLV. Yeah, if you're not in Tesla or SanDisk today, you're probably boned. All right, you guys. If this trade moves up, I called it. If it doesn't, you never heard anything. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Oh, what are we at? We're at the 60. Ooh, look at this auto fib band level at the 61.8. What is that sitting at? Can't even see this shit. Hold on. Make it white. 75.55. I set my stop right below that. So diabolical. I love that word. Yeah, honestly, silver looks pretty shit right now. Take a look at gold. Gold is not looking too shabby. Let's see if there's any auto fib band levels here. Is this a trailing stop? Yeah, it's 76.4 for gold. 61 is way down there. But you guys, we're at like just about the 61.8% level. Where is this even drawn from? Let me draw my own fibs and see how it compares to these auto fib bands. If you guys want to draw Fibonacci retracements here on the TrendSpider platform, you can do so. Hold on. Let me remove all this crap off my chart. So yeah, if you guys want, let's see, where would be a good spot to draw Fibonacci retracement? Let's do a little Fibonacci drawing. Why not? So we're going to take the Fibonacci tool, which is right here. First one I want to do is over. This is actually kind of a tough one of where to figure out where to draw this. I'm going to draw it over here. Is this going to give us, oh, hold on. And you can 1.618. Yeah, we're way above all that. No, let's go here to there. Interesting. So the 50% retracement is at 75 from this low in 2025 to the recent high on SLV. That's interesting. So there is a 50% retracement from the top. That is a level that a lot of people watch. Also the 61.8% level. I mean, you could have played it, I guess, right here. Probably got stopped out. And then maybe this is your another chance to play it if you are a guy that likes to buy falling knives. Oh, baby. Let's take a look here. Got it at 78.18. Silver. You guys think it's bottoming out right here? Question. I'm going to drop it in the chat down below. Did silver bottom? Vote in the chat right now, you guys. Did silver just bottom out? Question mark. Yes or no? Starting to form a little 1 minute base right there. Everyone's going to be voting yes because you guys all probably are holding bags. Just kidding. 57% of you guys have said yes. Vote in the chat now. I need to know if silver just bottomed out. That's good, Dandy Randy. That is good. Let's put on my auto fib bands again. No, we could probably put that like there. I set my stop at 74.93. Bottom for today or in general? Yeah, for today. Definitely for today. Oh. By the way, guys, practically the only thing up. God, why is Google Sheets such garbage today? Or just recently? Google Docs, I should say. Yep, back to the clapper. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I want to take a look at SanDisk because and the stock is like practically the only thing up on the day. You probably want to figure out why. So SanDisk stock is up, now about 10% on the day. At one point, it was up over 25%, over 26%. So I'm going to use Sidekick AI to figure out exactly what is going on so we can figure out why the stock has gapped up. Obviously, they had earnings, but there is more to this trade than just the earnings gap. As you can see, it's been trending up along with the other memory names. And I'm going to ask Sidekick exactly why. It is up now 10% on the day with everything else being down. So SanDisk rockets 140% on memory chip super cycle. That is, of course, the big news. Of course, they had a blowout Q2 earnings yesterday. They crushed expectations, and the guidance was absolutely insane, absolutely destroying the guidance. The Q3 guidance for EPS came in at $12 to $14 per share versus just like a 3.63 per share dollar estimate. Same with revenue, came in at $4.5 billion versus just $2.5 billion estimate. And then also the memory chip shortage is one of the biggest reasons why the stock has been, climbing so much. And even NVIDIA CEO Jensen recently called memory a major unserved market, which also triggered apparently a 27% single day rally. And of course, multiple analysts have aggressively raised price targets post earnings, including Goldman, from $320 to $700 per share for SanDisk. So that is the reason why SanDisk is up so much on the day while everything else is in the gutter. Let's go back to SLV. Oh, yeah, this thing's donezo. All right, hope you guys didn't vote yes. Most of you guys voted yes. So far, you are wrong. Damn. What is silver down? Almost 30%, you guys. Holy moly. 30% drawdown in one day. You can't make money on the long side with this thing at all today. It just broke into the gap. Holy crap, you guys. It is now inside of the gap under the 50% retracement level, and it just got some nice volume. It stopped me out. That is classic. That is actually classic movement, you guys. Holy crap. I think it hit down 30% right there. From yesterday's close, minus 29.81%. Holy crap. Wow. Now it's definitely bottomed out because it just ticked me out. Well, I guess not, actually. It's wow. Guys, this is actually the most insane movement I think the stock market has seen in a very long time. Or not the stock market, I guess the silver market. Obviously, the silver market. But I mean, when's the last time we saw a 30% drop in a day? I guess a lot of stocks do that every day. I mean, we got AGQ over here down. This is Ultra. Oh, we should have been playing this, you guys. What is this? 2 or 3x silver? Only would be down 6% in a single day if you played this one. PSLV, spot physical silver trust. What is the inverse silver? Yeah, guys, this is fucking insane. Silver is getting destroyed. If you guys are enjoying this so far, watching silver together, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and also sign up for the free TrendSpider newsletter, because I guarantee you we'll be talking about silver and the metals and sending it straight to your inbox on Sunday, absolutely for free. I will drop the link down in the YouTube chat below for you guys to sign up, or just use the first link in the description. But holy moly, you guys. Let's take a look at what the AutoFib bands are doing now. I mean, this thing just absolutely getting slaughtered. Something has happened that is not on the news yet. I don't know. You know, metals have historically been very, very manipulated. I'll refresh my news widget. Can you tell me what is going on with SLV / the price of silver? Today, it's down like minus 30%. Why is this? We're going to ask Karen. We're going to get yelled at for this question. I'm asking Sidekick, why is silver down? Yeah, I agree, B Woods. The bounce will be enormous. I mean, the only way to play this is just buy it, set a stop, and pray. If you get stopped out, you have to buy it again, and just wait for that home run. It's not really the way I trade. I took a funny little gamble today on a few shares of SLV. Nothing insane. Already got stopped out. Could enter again, but I'm just not in the mood to do that. A lot of shit to do today still. Let's see. Looks like unusual options activity is going insane, obviously. So there you have it. Silver bulls got absolutely destroyed today because the Fed chair nomination strengthened the dollar. Maybe next time try reading the news before coming to me in a panic. Is that really why? I mean, I guess, yeah, this nomination caused the US dollar to strengthen significantly, which is poison for precious metals like silver. So I guess it really was the Fed chair nomination, you guys. I guess that is what Sidekick is saying. I don't know if I fully believe that. Probably part of the reason. Wow. Silver had been on an insane rally. Of course, the strongest rally since the Civil War era, January of 1864. I don't even know how the hell it had data for that, but nice. Jim Cramer was already warning that silver was overvalued at 108. That is hilarious. B Woods. Here, this has to do with Microsoft. What, the silver sell-off? Here, short selling to cover Microsoft losses. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. There's definitely some crazy stuff going down in the metals market. I mean, a minus 30% day is completely insane, you guys. Like, literally completely insane. But I mean, it's just, yeah, I think it's just a bunch of, honestly, at this point, it's probably margin calls. People in call options, people using margin. You know, maybe it was shorts getting stopped out the other day, yesterday. Congrats if you're shorting silver, by the way. I mean, holy crap. Silver miner, check out CDE. Still in the clapper, but I don't know if it's safer. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, specifically this one. It's only down 17%. Much safer. Let's see. There's also HL. I think this is gold mining. Hecla mining down quite a bit. Minus 13%. Yeah, guys. Absolutely insane. Just keep drawing lines on your chart. It'll bounce on one of them. Just kidding. Let's see. But yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know down in the chat below. I'm probably going to call this stream off in just a little bit. I have a lot of shit to do, including sending out the free weekly newsletter that's going to hit your guys' inbox on Sunday. So make sure, again, you guys go ahead and sign up for that using the link down in the chats and the first link in the description below. For all of you guys just joining in, we're just watching silver die. Hit the subscribe button because we're going to be live again on Monday. My take on SoFi is that it's dead. Just kidding. I'm actually holding SoFi on my long-term investment account. I think it's just going to chop around for a while in this range. Could have I mean, it depends on the market sentiment on Monday. If we have a nice, bullish move up on Monday, I could see SoFi potentially bouncing off this level, but ultimately I think it's going to chop around for a while. SVM. What is SVM? Silver Corp Metals. Yes, another silver stock getting clapped. This thing, yeah, gap down today. I mean, what is it, a silver mining company? Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. Silver down 31%. That's why you use stop losses, you guys. Where's Dandy Randy? Never sell. This thing filled like 16 gaps just today. Look at, there's 1. Count that, 2, 3, and maybe going for 4 gaps filled on silver's chart today. Yeah, that's absolutely what's happening right now. It's probably options expiration too. I mean, everyone with calls, they're just going to all expire worthless. Guys, this is freaking nuts. 33% almost. I can't even believe it. This is actually one of the craziest moves we've seen in a very long time, you guys. I don't even know if crypto is, like, has Bitcoin been down this much in a single day? Like, holy crap. Sure it has. Like, what was this candle? The thing about Bitcoin is, yeah, it was 15% and got bought up right away. Let's go back in time here. See if we can code a custom indicator in 2 seconds here. It finds it. Code me a custom indicator that colors candles cyan, or I'll do cyan when the open to close price is 30% down or greater. And also code in a signal that I can use in the, I don't know if I can do that actually. No, actually, yeah, market scanner that will register a signal so that I can scan for these candles. So I'm actually coding a custom indicator right now, guys. It may or may not work. You never know. For some reason, oh, you know what? Let me remove this. I think open and close is down 20%. So what I'm going to do, I'll just do update it from 30% down to 19%. So this custom indicator that I'm coding with just plain English right now is going to color candle cyan when it is down 19% or more from open to close. So let's find some other candles maybe that have done as bad as silver has today. So just keep your eye open for some cyan candles. Look at that. Not even Bitcoin has been down as much as silver has today, you guys. And I found this out by using this custom indicator I just made, using the AI coding assistant here on TrendSpider. Like, for example, if you look at, I don't know, PSLV, oh, JNUG. You guys remember JNUG? Let's see. JNUG is like the 2x gold. Let's see. PSLV. This one should have a cyan candle. Really? Only. How is silver down more open and close than well, actually, silver is now like 18% or less because it's not cyan anymore. But let me save this. Oh, there it goes. It just flipped back to cyan because they're now down over 19%. So it's called 19% down candles. I'm going to save this indicator. I'm going to add it to my chart. And then I'm going to open the market scanner. Yeah, it keeps flicking. It's right around this 19% level. Kind of funny. And it should have coded a condition or a 90% candles down signal. Signal emerged. We'll search in the S&P 500. And we're going to do happen within 365 days. Oh, you can't do that long. How long can you do? I think 99 days. Yeah. Yeah. 99 candles. See if anything else in the last. Oh, SNDK. So SNDK had this big of a drawdown. I just coded a custom indicator on TrendSpider. And it's basically searching for candles that were down 19% or more since the close or open to close. And the only thing that pops up in the S&P 500 is actually SanDisk. Let's search the NYSE composite. What else got absolutely collapsed at some point? Anything good? I don't see anything that noteworthy there. There's you. Check the NMS composite. And this should be 99. I'm not seeing much. Oh, there's a lot, but nothing of actual note. God damn it. RGC, I've heard of this one. Couple 19% down days there. Dogs. Damn, that is a 90% candle if I've ever seen one. RR, I've seen this one. That's kind of cool. Well, that's an example of how you guys can use the AI coding assistant to create custom indicators and then also build scanners off of those custom indicators. I literally did that in like 5 minutes, you guys, using just plain English. Very easy to use. INV. Let's take a look at silver again. Close my market scanner. Sitting at 71 now. Yeah, any buy has been instantly sold off. Instantly sold off. Silver is not halted for me. Ooh. I'm seeing some decent fib levels here. From our CMO CMO here at TrendSpider. He has a fib level at 71.62. Maybe it's time to yeet back in. Oh man. I need to here, let me share this chart that our CMO just shared. Started at $10.61 to $48.32. 1061 to 48.32. I don't even know where those levels are from. Where the fuck? 1061, huh? What is that? Oh, it must be the low here. I see 1086. No, screw it. I'm just gonna draw a fib from hold on. From there to up there. So fib down here to up there. Oh no, he did it to 40 though. I'm actually, let's see what this looks like. Yes, there's a 73 mark at the 61.8% level. We're already below that. So we just got to draw another line until one actually lines up, you guys. That's the way you do it. I don't know. Let's just line it up exactly to where we're at. How about that? Yeah, let's just go right here. The 1.618. That is an interesting level. But let's see if it holds. There was definitely some reaction there. Man. All right, you guys. I'm going to look at the chat in a second here. But yeah, silver, I'm not seeing halted, you guys. No, I'm not much a day trader, but you see something drop 31%, you know. Got to look at it some intraday charts. What the hell? Verizon is up 10% today? Shout out to anybody holding Verizon. You're almost at break even. After SLV, Dandy Randy, the SLV hero. Look at that profile picture. There's a good chance it bounces from this consolidation range. Where or when? Honestly, at this point, I don't think it's going to be today, you guys. Maybe it is. I mean, look at how many 5-minute green candles there's been today. There's been like 3. Insane. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. We're going to be live like 4 times a week. Rich, I think Dandy Randy is just, I mean, he's been investing for a couple of months. We all go through the phases of trading, you guys. There's no way around it. Everyone gets clapped. Look at this reaction to this level. Is it time to take one more trade and just lose more money? Yeah, I mean, probably, but I don't have the time for this shit today, you guys. Good luck if you're trading, though. It says 50-day SMA at 66 SLV. 50-day SMA. Let's take a look at the 50-day SMA on SLV. You know, earlier today, it was the 20 SMA that was support, but, you know, now it's probably the 50. Yeah, not bad, actually. I'd say this is the level it needs to hold here. So, yeah, honestly, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Stick on these auto fib bands. Is this the 50? This, yeah, broke right through that 61.8. 50% retracement is actually, I think, yeah, right there at that 50 SMA as well. Yeah, maybe it bounces here. Who knows? But yeah, you guys, if you guys enjoy this platform that you're watching here, you can try out this platform for just $7 over the weekend, you guys. I'll drop a link down below in the chat so you guys can check it out. It is called, of course, TrendSpider, and we are running a flash sale over the weekend. You can use all these tools and Sidekick AI for just $7 just this weekend. So make sure to check it out. Play with it over the weekend. And then on Monday, I'll be live again. If you guys have any questions, you can ask. Also, you can use this contact us button at the bottom. We have customer support that is very responsive, but it's just $7. And if you guys have any questions about the platform before I head out for the day, let me know down in the chat right now. I just realized I had a poll open. Oh, it was 50-50 on that silver bottom question. Yeah, definitely was not the bottom, I'm pretty sure. That was 28 minutes ago. Yeah. Dandy Randy, I am rooting for you. I am rooting for you. And you know what? It bounced off 70. The 71. That's a level right there. Yes. In the words of Dandy Randy, Asia will buy the dip. Got it. A few months. Dandy Randy, you better subscribe and come back to future live so we can continue talking about this going forward. But silver, I mean, it is now back above. What is it from the low? Guys, that was a 5% move. $3 a share. It's almost at 74 now. Wow. Absolutely insane swings today, you guys. Insane. And nobody asked any questions in the chat. And unfortunately, I have work to do, you guys. So I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. It's a great live. Holy shit, it's been almost 2 hours. Yeah, I got to get out of here. Good luck trading silver. You guys are going to need it. And again, make sure you guys like and subscribe and join us next Monday in just a few days for Palantir Earnings Live. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to be live as well. And I think Thursday too. Yeah, so we're going to be live Monday to through Thursday next week. We have a guest every single day next week, which will be fun. Make sure to try out the TrendSpider platform. And also, if you guys want to get free trading ideas sent to your inbox over the weekend, be sure to use the link down below to go ahead and sign up for the free newsletter. We're going to be working on it today and sending it out on Sunday. Silver just is about to hit a new low, it looks like. It's snowing in Chicago, says Silver Stream. Go outside and play. Have fun with that. I'm in California. It's like 60 degrees. I did used to live in Chicago, though. But yeah, you guys, enjoy your weekend. Dandy Randy, hope you hodl your silver. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.